So here is my bee story. So this is the house that I grew up in. A little side note, I had 11 trees in my yard that I would climb and sit up. I spent a lot of time in those trees and they're all gone. But anyway, moving on to the bee story. So this was my room right here, and I slept right up against that wall. And this down here was the basement of where I would hang out all the time. So like I said, I would hang out in the basement all the time because we only had one TV that had cable on it, and that was it. So I'm chilling, and I hear this like scratching sound in the walls and in the ceiling. So I call my mom, and I'm like, "Hey, do you hear this in the walls?" And she took a good listen. She was like, "Girl, I don't hear nothing." And I was like, "Mom, come on, you don't hear that?" And she like, "Girl, no, I don't hear nothing." So I stopped talking about it until one day I came home from school. I had gotten me a nice bowl of Captain Crunch with the crunch berries, and went downstairs in the basement to watch my TV. And this big hole opened up in the ceiling. And since we only had two phones in the house, one in the kitchen and one in my mama's bedroom, I ran to my mama's bedroom because I could shut the door. Put towels underneath the door and proceeded to call her at work. Now they finally get my mama on the phone. And I'm like, "Ma, you remember that noise I was trying to tell you about in the basement? Well, it's bees in here. Like, I'm panicking. I'm freaking out." And she got me on speaker, and they're laughing their ass off. Okay. My mama said, "Girl, you got an imagination out this world. Take your behind to bed." So that's exactly what I did. I put on this beta tape because we didn't have VHS, Freddy Krueger, and watched that and took my behind to bed. Then I'm awakened by a loud scream. My mama's home. So she's freaking out. They called pest control and they had to literally like bomb the house. And when I say the floor was covered in bees, you could not walk anywhere. The floor was covered. All the floors were covered in bees, not just the basement, but the whole house. So over the years, I've worked in the medical profession and I've had a lot of patients that were beekeepers, and everyone loves to give me honey. I've had honey from Canada, from all over the world. Just recently, I heard a similar story of one of my friends of mine where bees came into their job and they were able to get the honey and give it to me. So it's like the bees have been with me my whole life.